Welcome back to another tutorial. On this one, we're going to be doing a 3T sized tutu Robin, like Batman and Robin costume for a little girl. Let me show you some of the things I'm working with here. So you're going to need a green tulle. This one I got is 25 yards. I also bought this little crochet tube top. They sell them really cheap. I bought mine on Etsy. I'll share all the links where I bought all these things below. And then you're also going to need some yellow ribbon as well as some red ribbon because we're going to be doing like ties for the shoulder, which is nice because you can adjust those as you need to. So why do I have this gallon jug here? Very simple. When you're doing like the little strips of tulle to tie onto this thing, it's so much easier when you have it formed onto something. And since it's just a 3T, a gallon sized jug will work. If you were just doing like I've done in the past, like just the skirts and you're doing the waistband, on other tutorials I've learned you could use like a brand new roll of paper towels to help form or just keep your elastic secure while you're weaving on and tying on the tulle. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do first to prep all this. It's not going to be a super long tutu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the whole roll, like literally just try and cut the whole roll. I'm going to cut many pieces that are 30 inches long. So that's what I'm going to do to start off with. As you can see here, I put my foam around this so when I'm, starting to weave it, it's just like, it's easier to work with it like that when it's already formed onto something. So that's step number one, start cutting. Anyways, I cut all the tulle, 30-inch strips from that tube. Didn't take me that long. I thought it would. Took me about less than 15 minutes, I'd say. Because I just started watching Stargate and I'm not even really that far in yet. So now here's what we do. I'm hoping I can do 2 tiers. So one tier and then another one right on top, just to give it some good fullness. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. And then the loop, you're going to weave it through one of the little holes, I guess you could say, holes of the weaving of the, let me get closer to you, of this crochet top. So once you come down, pull it through, find the loop, and then you're just going to shove this through the loop, and then you're just going to pull it, make it nice and taut over that little loop as so. And then just to doubly secure it, I'm going to tie one little knot. Here I go. Just like that, okay? And I'm going to do that all the way around. And if I have enough, which I'm hoping I will, then I want to do one right above that for added fullness. So I'm going to keep doing that with all my pieces. Now this is the more time-consuming part. So definitely put on a movie, get a cup of coffee or something to drink, and just go for it. So now what we're going to do, let's do the shoulder ties. We're going to cut 4 strips of red ribbon that are 8 inches long. And so that way we can seal off the edges. I have a little lighter here. And let me see if I can get close to and I'm just going to put this close enough to the heat so it melts the ribbon just a little bit. This fan in my house is not helping, but it's getting the job done. So I'm just gonna hold it, melt it. Don't burn your fingers. Thanks a lot, fan. That's one. So do that for all 4 pieces. And then after that, we're going to weave it in the shoulder area. Like I said, so that way it can be tied and adjusted to the child's body shape type. Hang on, let me fix this one. That one a little too much. Burnt that one. Let's try it again. You want to make sure you don't char it because that doesn't look good. Okay, that's better. There we go. So find your center here, which on these little crochet tubes, there's an indication in the back where it was sewn. So that's your back. So kind of just like pull it this way. So this is the center, and then we got to find, you know, the other 2 sides that are equal. So here it is. I'm going to pinch it here. I'm going to measure out 2 inches. So I'm like about, let me see. Whoa. So I'm about right here. So at the 2-inch mark, find your little hole and then weave, not weave, but push through your ribbon. So that way it's like that. And then just make a knot. Make a tie knot. So that way, like, we're not going to cut it, like fold it in half and do like we did with the tutu. Just kind of knot it at the very end of the ribbon. Pull it really hard. So that way when we do the other side, when the child wears it, you know, they'll stick their little arms out here. And then you can just tie and adjust the shoulders. I'll show you right now. Let me do the other side. So let me just show you from this angle. So this is one, pull this down. Okay, this is one shoulder strap. See how I just tied it? And then what I'll do later, once I've done this, I'm going to fold this up and then just kind of stitch that to the longer piece, just so they won't have a tendency to unravel, because it may happen. You know, it's like slick satin ribbon. It might unravel at some point, and you don't want that. So right here's just for the one shoulder, and then, you know, you can tie it and make it in a bow, but it is nice because you can adjust it. So I'm going to do that to the other side. And then also what I want to show you how to do is make the little robin symbol, because we will put that on this as well. This is not going to be blank. We're going to have the little robin symbol somewhere around here. So let's take care of the shoulders and we'll go on to that. Okay, so here I cut the yellow ribbon. I cut a 54-inch long piece, and then I cut the little, actually, did I burn this edge? I did. I'm gonna have to cut this again. But I cut the little, see, that happens too when you're using, the fan is not helping me today. I just folded it and then I clipped the corners, and then that's how you make one of these. But I'm gonna do it again because I do see some charring on there. Like I said, will happen, no big deal. So I wrapped it around my gallon. I still have to finish this gap right here, but I wrapped it around here, and then towards the back where the seam is, I don't know if you could tell that there's like a little seam right here. This is where I'm weaving it. So I pulled it evenly through. Well, I wrapped it around, and then I pulled these to make sure that they're even. Oh God, that they're even. And then what I did here was I weaved this through two holes. So one down, one coming out. And I also made sure on this side, it's on the same row of the crochet row or whatever the hell you call it. So that way it comes out like this. So I want it long enough so that way it again, this is all adjustable because this is like a stretchy thing. It's not permanently form-fitting to the child. Like it has to be easy to wear. It's for a toddler. So I'm going to leave this really, really long, which gives the option if they need to pull it out. If she's wider than this gallon of milk, you know, the parents can pull it and adjust it as so. And then of course it's long enough to make a nice bow and hang off the back. I think that's really cute and adds to it. So actually I need to finish this row right here because the 25-yard roll that I bought was not enough to finish it, which I was a little bummed out because I could have finished this right now, but it's okay. I can go to the store tomorrow and buy some more. I don't need that much. I just have a small gap here. And then, like I said, I'll show you how to do the little robin logo. Okay, so some final thoughts here, some changes that I did towards the end. Excuse my garage. This is real life. I'm sorry. Right now, I just have it shown on a brand new thing of paper towels because I don't have a child mannequin, so that kind of affects. And it's just stacked for presentation wise. So when I did the patch, I did cut out like that harder thick piece of interfacing. But when I came to finally put it on here, it was too thick, and it just didn't work out. It was kind of overkill, and I think it would have affected the costume in some way. So I didn't do that. So I just pasted the R to the black nylon that I used, and then I just did a zigzag stitch. This is like the only sewing that I did. In this case, I wouldn't glue it, just because of the way the red crochet top expands and contracts. The glue, I don't think would hold. I mean, even if you hot glued it, it wouldn't work right. It would just be too stiff and hard. I think you would have like really weird lumps. So I just did a zigzag stitch. It's the only sewing that I did. I do have the ties for the shoulders. What else? That's about it. That's all I wanted to make note, was the change on the patch. But it is quite cute. Let me turn it. All of this is free moving, and then I just have it tied in the back, and it's only looped through one hole, one on each side of the back center seam. So that way, if the baby chooses to put it on and need more room, well, this pulls out and it'll expand, and then you can just pull it back tight on the child once they're wearing it. But other than that, this is like, it's like super cute, you guys. These tutu costumes for kids are they're so easy to make. I think if you had everything that you needed, you could finish this in maybe like a movie's worth of time, 2 movies worth of time in your evening, and you can have a really nice costume for your child. Some other ideas I was thinking of, I was bouncing this back and forth with a friend the other day. I was like, you could do the Robin one, or you can do it all white with glitter and maybe some pastel purples and pastel blues, and do like a unicorn one with like a matching headband. You could do a poop one and have like the poop emblem, and maybe do like a poop, like side barrette, little pillbox looking hat type thing, but like a little piece of poop, you know, brown. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of really fun things that you could do with these tutu and crochet top costumes for toddlers. You can get pretty creative with it. So I hope this gave you some ideas and it was quite helpful. Have a great night, and thank you. Bye-bye.